Hello, leaders. Welcome to Run to Your Leadership Challenges, the daily show that provides tips and techniques to help you navigate the leadership challenges you face every day. I'm your host, Paul Grau Jr. from the CLC Team, and we work primarily with military leaders to help them be the absolute best leader they can be. Our primary goal here is to help you lead from your very best self. Because let's face it, everyone deserves a great leader. So let's jump right into today's topic.
So let me ask you, have you ever had communication challenges at work or at home for that matter? Well, if so, today I want to talk about the challenge of communication, but I want to talk about it with a little bit different twist. So communication is probably the most common breakdown in organizations and at home. And oddly enough, most leaders or family members seem to know what they need to do or have at least received some tools to do what needs to be done, yet they just don't do it. Many people say that it's lack of understanding. That's the number one common reason that I hear about communication breakdown. They just don't understand what I'm saying, or I don't understand what they're trying to say. Or put another way, people just don't fully understand what is being communicated. They don't understand the message. Now, people say things and hear things differently. You know, it's easy to comprehend a language barrier if the two people are speaking different languages, right? I mean, if I'm speaking English to somebody who speaks French, it's easy to see that we have a language barrier. However, what if both people are speaking English? Is it possible to have a language barrier even when two people are speaking the same exact language? Well, yes, it is. And that's what I want to talk about today. Have you ever heard of the Golden Rule? The Golden Rule basically says to treat others the way you want to be treated. It's actually a Bible verse from Matthew 7:12 that says, "In everything, do to others what you would have them do to you." Now, I recently heard a similar form of the Golden Rule that applies to how you treat others, and it is referred to by the John Maxwell team as the Silver Rule. And it basically says, treat others the way they want to be treated. So with both the Golden Rule and the Silver Rule in mind, I think we could take it one step further and apply it to communication and say communicate with others the way they want to be communicated with. Or maybe even better yet, say when speaking to others, speak their language. Now, of course, that raises the question, how do you determine what their language is, right? The easiest way that I've found to figure out people's language is to figure out where they fall on the DISC assessment. You see, if you can determine what personality indicator they are on the DISC, you will instantly know their preferred language and how to speak to them the way they want to be spoken to. For instance, if a person is a D on the DISC, you'll want to speak to them clearly and quickly. Don't overwhelm them with information, and be in and out of their offices as quickly as possible. If you do that, the D personality will understand you perfectly, and they're going to love you for that. If you figure out that a person is an I on the DISC, you'll want to allow plenty of time and allow them to do a lot of talking. And don't get too serious with an I because you're going to lose them. Keep the conversation light and entertaining. If you discover the person is an S on the DISC, you'll want to give them clear instructions and ask them clarifying questions to get them involved. Allow them to understand the benefit to the team and don't put them on a spot by asking them to talk in front of a lot of other people. Finally, if you figure out the person is a C on the DISC, you'll want to provide them with as much information as possible, including all the technical aspects of whatever you're communicating, and give them plenty of time to process it. Do that, and your C personality will think you're the best communicator in the world.
Hey, as always, thank you for listening. So we have some big things going on here with our online membership group for leaders. It's actually growing, and we're adding a new group specifically for military leaders. Now, we're still working out all the details and bonuses that will be included. But for now, please help us spread the word. This group will be a place where military leaders can learn new skills, refine older skills, and have deep discussions with like-minded leaders who actually get exactly where other military leaders are coming from. We're going to tap into everyone's expertise, and the group members will help bring out the very best in each other. So keep tuned in, and please be sure to let any military leader that you know about this group, and that will be up and running very, very soon. This is going to be different than any other leadership development group out there. So be ready and, man, get excited. Hey, that's it for today. And until tomorrow, run to your challenges.